Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. And as you can see from the title of this video, I want to talk about Sunny's spiral. The title is really more so to deal with her emotions being all over the place. I want to talk about a live stream that she did tonight that she deleted, and I just want to also talk about my thoughts concerning her and the reunion and some things that she said in the deleted live stream. Now, before we get into it all, you know what I'm going to ask for, right? I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. Then more people will be recommended this video, and maybe they'll check it out because they love to discuss the various topics surrounding Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on her Instagram post are allowed. All right, so let's get started. Now, in my opinion, Sunny from Love and Marriage Huntsville is giving Shirley strawberry teas. In terms of standing by your man is in jail. And whereas Shirley Strawberry in jail calls, if you listen to them, I listened to them for several months. Shout out to Phone Calls from Prison, that YouTube channel. When it is Shirley and Ernesto talking, Shirley is very supportive, ignoring all of the red flags, sacrificing her credit scores, her income status, her savings account balances for Ernesto. And there's a lot of religiosity going on, a lot of God talk. Because in my opinion, some women use God to justify them putting up with BS and them settling for less. They almost feel like God has willed them to have to go through all of this extra stress and challenges due to the man that's in their life romantically. And Sunny reminds me of Shirley Strawberry in that way. Now, as far as we know, it's not a financial cost to Sunny being married to Moses the way it has been for Shirley Strawberry. But all of the recent posts that Sunny's been making and mentioning God, it's totally giving Shirley Strawberry. So I just hope that this marriage works out, because the way that she's writing so hard for Moses and her emotions seem so up and down, and in like a 48-hour period, if it were to end, I feel like she would be devastated. But let's continue on. So she's been posting in both written form and making videos mentioning God at every turn, trying to make sense of her newlywed husband being locked up, and viewers of a reality TV show that they are on are discussing it. And I really think that it's misguided anger. I think that she's almost trying to convince us viewers that she is so upset at people discussing her and Moses, judging him for being in jail, looking up their real names and addresses, allegedly. But I really think that she's also dealing with some embarrassment that I do not expect her to admit to us, unless Carlos asked her that at the reunion. Are you embarrassed by him being in jail? I feel like she's dealing with, thoughts of, I just married this guy. Did we rush? Did I move too fast? I'm really wondering if Moses was forthcoming with Sunny about whatever he has going on legally. Some people are saying that it's a parole violation. She said in Saturday's Night Live that, the charges that you all looked up and the mugshots, they were from years ago in the early 2000s when he was in his 20s. Some things are still lingering. She used the word lingering. But I posed the question, did she just recently find out about whatever is lingering? Or did they discuss this time last year, last fall, when they dated for those 90 days? There's just no way that I would rush that quick. I'm even like when I was younger and I was a people pleaser and my family were going to church and stuff, I would have never said you should live with someone before you marry them. But now I am a proponent for living with someone before marriage. At least a year. I don't think what's wrong what would be wrong with that. I know with some of the men in our community, you'd be rolling the dice on whether or not they would go ahead and propose marriage after the two of you are living together. But I'm saying, no, see how they pay their bills. Do they pay their bills on time? Do they save money on a regular basis? Do they spend some of the money that would be devoted towards the mortgage and utilities and groceries and insurance towards, I don't know, the strip club or new rims on their car? That living together for a short while, they can give you some in-depth insight into this person before you say I do and combine your money with theirs. So with her emotions being all over the place, I really am wondering if Moses withheld some information about his legal history and his legal present because he did not want to turn her off. And then I wonder if he did leave anything out. Did he also, keep Destiny in the dark, or does she know it? Does she plan on spraying Sunny with their own shit at the reunion? So many questions. Okay. Now, I really feel like it's misguided anger and it's like a cover up for how she's truly feeling. Because you produced on this reality TV show, you're starring on it, you even starred in your own TV show, Sunshine, the series. You know what time it is when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. You know about its strong social media presence amongst the cast. You know what time it is with some of the viewers, Sunny, and how they look into things. So you can't act totally brand new about what happened in the Facebook groups. And I'm not saying them looking up your real names and addresses was cool. I'm not saying that at all. But would you be totally shocked at this point? You produced season 5 and you're starring in season 7 of this show. So you can't tell me that you did not have any idea that this is what some of the viewers do. I really, really think that something relationship wise with Moses and Sunny is really behind all of her emotions and her antics. And she's covering it up with saying that everyone discussing him being locked up and so-called judging them is what's getting to her. Now, just, like I was saying, just in the past 2 days alone, her emotions have been all over the place. On Saturday, she was defensive. She was saying, a lot of the people that's judging my husband, they ain't even got one. Y'all ain't even got no husband. You probably don't even know who your daddy was. You don't even know who your baby daddy was. Being kind of just like mean. And when she was a guest on the Carmel Rell show, she spoke in a tone as if the viewers were stupid and missed her point. And Carmel Rell said, "How you doing?" And she proceeded just to speak her piece. And Carmel Rell asked again, "How you doing?" Like she's trying to present a very respectful environment for you, Sunny. Her saying hello to you, asking how you are, she was trying to make you comfortable. And here you are, both fist up, ready to punch. And I just feel like that was very unwarranted, especially on all of her Instagram lives and even her Saturday YouTube live. She was promoting her show, Sunshine, the series, her products, her t-shirts, and she really wants both the sales as well as for support for her and Moses. But one thing about sales, Sunny, is that you have to make the customer feel good. If you're going to make them feel bad, it's going to be hard to close the sale and expect them to spend their hard earned money on anything that you're trying to sell them. So tonight, she went live. It was about a 21-minute live where she apologized. She was saying, she was almost trying to get emotional, like I thought she was going to cry. And she was saying that you all have to realize that I'm dealing with a lot with people looking up our information, and I'm on this TV show and people are judging us, so I've made some mistakes. If I offended anyone, I apologize. And then while I'm watching the video, I get that black screen, and in gray letters, YouTube notifies me that the video is no longer available. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she deleted it. And in my opinion, her pride would not let her keep the apology video up. I remember during Saturday night's live, one of her friends, there was the gentleman, Mike, and he had a lady sitting beside him. She was in the chat the whole time because some person, I guess, who was giving Sunny the flux, that lady said that person's name and she was like, "Are you okay?" And Sunny was like, "Are you okay?" And I was thinking to myself, whenever people get called out on a live broadcast, it's always like not the best, right? Like you could have secondhand embarrassment for them. It could get really confrontational, really ugly, really mean. And I felt like Sunny was feeding off that young lady's energy. And sometimes people will get you so hyped up to be confrontational when you weren't even that mad. You weren't even that offended by the person, but your so-called friend is hyping you up to do something. And I kind of felt like that's what was happening Saturday night. And once the video was deleted, I thought to myself, I wonder, did that lady text her or call her and tell her, don't you be apologizing to them people. Delete that video. Delete that video. Forget them. F them. That was my first thought, because she has some people around her who I think are telling her to be all hype and rough and tough with the viewers who are supporting the show that you and Moses are on. And so I think that she may be getting some bad advice, and her so-called friends, they're tapping into her pride. And that's what led to her deleting the video. And also during tonight's video, Sunny said that prior to her going live on Saturday, she received a phone call telling her not to divulge a lot of detail regarding Moses. She wanted to stay true to her word and still go live. Now, I'm not saying that Sunny lied or is a liar or anything, but if the phone call really happened, I am convinced that it was production who called her and told her to save it for the reunion. I could totally see Carlos saying, or one of his production members, don't give them any details. We're filming the reunion this month. We need you to talk about that, especially if Moses is not there. Like, I don't expect Moses to be at the reunion. Even if he does get out of jail, if it's true that he's been in jail and it was for a parole violation, I doubted that dude will be able to fly out of state to California to film the reunion. I would imagine he would stay local. She'll fly out to California. She'll explain what happened. And if it's true that she got the phone call on Saturday, and if I'm correct that production called her, they may have been the ones to text her or call her tonight telling her to delete the video. I don't think so, though, because it was just an apology video. It could have been one of her friends, or if production heard the part where she said that she got a phone call and they told her to delete it based off of that. Speaking of the reunion, I hope that Sunny does not blame the millimeters. I think that Carlos's line of questioning, though, will focus on her feelings about some viewers looking into her and Moses. And if I am right about Carlos's line of questioning, Sunny, Just say that you are not saying it's a particular fan base, but just some viewers who looked into y'all. Make it clear that you are not blaming millimeters specifically or a particular fan base, but that you were just annoyed that some viewers looked into you and Moses' background, and that you do not attribute this to the millimeters specifically, because the millimeters have definitely had your back. Even when I first saw the podcast episode for the podcast kickoff in Huntsville, and my commentary was I felt like her tone was a lot, especially because, like, you won the guy, right? He married you, not Destiny. I just felt like her tone was a lot. A lot of people did not like that because they felt like, in my opinion, it was coming off like some people may think that in order to support Sunny, they had to totally ignore how she came off at the podcast. And she said that, she was like that because there were people in the room who were kind of giving her a hard time. And I can believe that, especially from her live stream on Saturday. Once she gets defensive, like the insults come a flying, because I was like, why a single lady's got to catch a stray because your man is in jail and people found out about it. But I feel like we're going to have to definitely see how she performs at the reunion. I just hope that she keeps a clear head and does not blame the millimeters. And I hope that, if Carlos's line of questioning is trying to get her to go there, I just hope that Sunny remains steadfast. Shout out to De Silva. Her live was so good last night. I was enjoying the conversation. I did not want it to end, and I hung in there to the end. I didn't even care that I had work this morning. I was like, I will just have to be a zombie, okay? Because the conversation was so good. And she, talked about some of Sunny's posts and past interviews, and it was just so good. And I saw this today on her Instagram page, and it reads, Father, forgive me. Father God, forgive me. I've been feeding the wrong energy. I found myself acting out of my flesh instead of my faith, and I know better. I'm so glad you know my heart, and I'm forever grateful for that. But I've gotten off track, Lord. The weapons have formed, but I refuse to be defeated. Being attacked by the enemy is not easy, no matter how you shape it. You can never be fully prepared for the warfare he puts on your life when he knows that you are chosen. Now I realize I tried to fight the battle, but the battle is not mine, it's yours. So I'm leaning into you for protection and understanding. I ask that you continue to cover me, Lord, and mold me into the person you want me to be. Protect me from my own self so that not ever I can disrupt your plan for me. Continue to use me to be a blessing to others and not another pain. Keep me humble, keep me whole, keep me open to learning from you. Allow me to draw closer to you, God, and further away from the things that are not. And someone commented, it's all good, Sunny. We all make mistakes and need grace. And that is very true. The reason why I wanted to share this post with you all, because it circles back to my point that Sunny is reminding me of Shirley Strawberry. Just like so all over the place, and almost like using God to try and justify, the marriage that she chose to be in with the man that she chose to marry, knowing the checkered past that's obviously a part of his present, unfortunately and allegedly. And I just hope that the marriage works out. I hope that it's solid. I hope that he did not withhold any important information from her, because they are newlyweds and they got married after, like she said on the girls' trip, it took about 90 days. It took about 90 days for us to get married. So I just hope that in those 90 days, Moses laid all his cards on the table and that he was not holding the joker all this time. But what do you all think about Sunny's emotional posts that she's been making? And if you caught her live this evening before she deleted it, do you think that some prideful friends told her to delete the video? Do you think production told her to delete the video? Do you believe that she received a phone call on Saturday telling her not to spill all of the tea? I think that that is very feasible. And I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video as it is a free way of supporting the channel. I hope that you all had a magnificent Monday and not a manic Monday. My Monday was very busy and long, but I got through it and I managed to have enough time to walk outside. Like it was like 49 minutes. And soon after it got dark, and then I had a salad before I started filming this video. So I had a very busy day, but I'm thankful that the Monday work day is over. And I hope that you all had an awesome day. We're going to have a terrific Tuesday. Do whatever you got to do tonight to position yourself to have a great day tomorrow. And don't be anxious for nothing. Nobody can do nothing to you. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.